American Conference for Democracy. We are proud to organize this gathering not as part of any political party or movement, but as concerned Syrians about committed advocates for justice, dignity, and real democratic future. I want to be clear from the start. I'm not a politician. I do not speak in rehearsed talking points. I speak for a community that has been ignored, vilified, and victimized for far too long. Our association, the AAUS, was founded on January 15, 2025, to advocate for the Alawite civilians of Syria, particularly after the horrific wave of attacks that began escalating on December 8, 2024. But this conference is not just about one group. It's about the future of all Syrians. Let us speak plainly. The Assad regime has left behind a toxic and heavy legacy. Decades of authoritarian rule, centralized control, and systematic suppression of dissent. But let us also be honest, what's rising in its place right now is not liberation. It's a different kind of atrocity and horror. Today, a de facto government with deep al-Qaeda ties, including leadership drawn from Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS, is forming a new army out of thousands of jihadists, fighters. These are not reformed actors. These are individuals and groups who continue to traffic in hate speech, sectarian incitement, and religious fascism. They are not the future Syria needs. Their rise to power has already unleashed another wave of bloodshed. In March 2025, more than 10,000 Alawites and civilians killed and massacred in cold blood in rural Hama, Homs, Tartus, and Latakia. Entire villages were burned down, families executed in front of one another. Children have not been spared. These were not soldiers, they're not Fulul Nizam. These were physicians, lawyers, teachers, farmers, elders killed simply because of who they were. But it has not stopped there. Most recently, in the southern part of Syria, the Druze community has faced a brutal series of coordinated attacks. Armed groups aligned with jihadist factions have burned homes, targeted community leaders, and escalated a campaign of hate-fueled violence. Meanwhile, Christian Syrians in regions like Mharbi, Jaramana, and even in Damascus itself, in Bab Tuma, are experiencing a surge in human rights violations, from intimidation campaigns to church desecration to abductions. These violations are steadily rising, ignored by the current regime. And perhaps most chilling, the alarming increase in kidnappings of Alawite women. Since the start of this year, dozens of women have been abducted, most of them young, many still missing. These kidnappings are being used as tools of terror, revenge, and sectarian humiliation. There is little to no response from the de facto rulers, no justice, no acknowledgement, no humanity. So let me say this plainly. We are, as Alawites, against dictatorship. We are against tyranny, and we are against terrorism masquerading as governance. The idea that Assad's downfall alone would bring peace was a myth. Without real structure, real reform and real justice, we are simply replacing one catastrophe, one disaster, one dictatorship with another catastrophe, another disaster, and another dictatorship. That's why we demand an immediate halt to all forms of violence against civilians, the release of all unlawfully detained prisoners. We also demand, ladies and gentlemen, international transparent investigation into the massacres and kidnappings, and full accountability for those responsible, whether they wear the uniform of a state or the flag of a militia. We do not trust the authorities' investigations at all. Ladies and gentlemen, we also demand removal of all jihadists from all official positions that they have in the new military and security forces. But we are not here to complain. We are here to propose a vision, a roadmap to Syria that works. We believe that the best version of Syria is built on federalism. A decentralized state where each region has the right to govern itself within a unified national framework. This is the only way to protect Syria's incredible diversity of sect, ethnicity, language, and thought. Federalism is not fragmentation. As Alawites, we do not call for the division of Syria at all. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear. Federalism is not fragmentation, it's survival, it's a system built to protect, not to dominate. We do not want any domination from the central rulers in Damascus. We envision a Syria where Alawite, Druze, Christian, Kurdish, and Sunni children all go to the same school together, but are never asked to erase who they are. Where no one is forced to worship, where no one is forced to worship a certain way or fear a knock at the door in the middle of the night. My wife does not wear a scarf. My daughter does not wear a scarf. I do not want anyone to tell me what to do, how to wear, how to worship God, and how to be accepted in heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask the international community, and especially the United States, this great country, the United States of America, to stand firm. Do not recognize warlords and terrorists as the new face of Syria. Do not legitimize those who trade in hate and fear. Instead, help build the institutions that protect human rights, uphold justice, and serve all Syrians equally. This conference, ladies and gentlemen, is just the beginning. It's even the beginning of the beginning. The real work lies ahead. But if we are serious about democracy, we must be serious about truth, justice, and accountability, no matter who the perpetrators are. Thank you all for being here. May this be the start of something better. Thank you very much.